You know, the question of the day is why do we divide? Why do we live 500 to over 1,000 years ago? It's really the question. And it's the question because we so divided that, we won't sometime, man, we won't even lend a hand, a helping hand, an extended hand to those who need. You know what I mean? To be divided, man, is always goes against everything that all the forefathers and all the leaders and the activists and the civil rights activists, all the blood that was shed, and not only the blood that was shed, what they died for, what they believed in, what we celebrate, what these holidays come around for, what they serve these meals for. And it's a shame that, a lot of us are walking around, and we're woke from our sleep, but they're not woke. Their eyes are wide open, but they walk in the walls. That means they're not woke. You know what I'm saying? They're not conscious. They're not living in a conscious state at this time. And it's bad that they're not living in a conscious state, because not living in a conscious state and not being aware, you will not be able to see the difference that we're living in a new era of time where a lot of things have passed. And by those things passing, we should be not bringing them back today. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we've made so much progress from where they was then to where we are now. To regress would be a great disappointment to us all. You know, man, it would definitely be a great disappointment to us all. Who wants to regress? You feel what I'm saying? This is a time of success. This is a time, man, of helping hands, looking out, giving. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of gifts was given to us, not just to keep. These gifts are understanding and knowledge. These gifts are things that we was given were meant to give back. So to give back is what you're supposed to do with these tools that you've gained over this course of time. Because it's always got somebody that needs what you need. The average person hate what they don't understand. If they don't understand you, they just might hate you and they just might not like you. But you know why? Because they don't understand you. They don't understand your culture. They don't understand how you live. So if they don't understand your culture and how you live, they're going to hate you because they don't understand you. You feel what I'm saying? And communication is the burden of proof. So to be able to communicate, to be able to understand this culture, this guy, these things, guess what? You create a better understanding, and you won't hate what you don't understand, because now that you know how to understand that person, you know how to deal with who you deal with, and you won't understand. See, we complain about the small things. We complain about what we don't have. We complain about what we won't do. You got people that will line up for jobs and won't work them because, I can't do that. But you don't want somebody else to have a job that's going to work 10 times as hard as you for less money. But at the end of the day, guess what? You got to start sometime appreciating those type of things and incorporating habits into yourself. Why? It's because if they can work hard for a little bit of money, so can you. You ain't got to worry about what you don't have, because working hard for that little bit of money is going to turn into bigger opportunities tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? And we are in such a divide that at the end of the day, man, you got to be able to extend. To be able to extend and not hold back. To be able to give back and not shorten. To be able to give your portion of understanding and knowledge to the next person. Why? Because each one teaches one, and still sharpens steel. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody always going to need what you got, no matter how small it is. They're going to need what you got. But a lot of times we find ourselves busy extending our ears. We extend our ears to lewdness, slander, and everything that harms. We would lend our ear to that quick. You'll perk up quick when you hear some scandals or something like, oh. Because it's easy to hear and you listen to it. Because it entertains you. But to be able to hear anything else that feeds your mind, that feeds your spirit, that feeds your forward progress, we don't listen to. You know what I'm saying? You ever find yourself talking to people sometime, man, and you giving them a good word, you telling them some good stuff, and it's like they hear you, but they're not listening to you. Because you see whatever it is you was helping them out of, they repeat it. So you felt like, hey, goddamn, I just wasted my time. You didn't waste your time. They just wasn't ready to hear it. They wasn't ready to hear it because their mind was so stuck on the low. What I mean by the low is entertaining anything that harms. Entertaining slander. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining things that's not going to feed you or take you anywhere but backwards. This ain't going to put you into nothing but a whole bunch of chaos and disruption. Because sometimes people hear this chaos, sometimes people hear this slander, and guess what? They go right back and repeat it, which starts a whole bunch of chaos, man. And rather than starting chaos, you want to be able to influence those 5 principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom and justice. See, when you violate love, truth, peace, and freedom, justice always takes its course in one way or another. You feel what I'm saying? And no matter how it takes its course, it's always takes its course. You got to think about something. At the beginning, they had Jesus. Jesus brought love into the world. You know what I'm saying? He was sacrificed to be able to help everybody give back and start over. He was giving you a way to start over. John the Baptist brought love. He baptized everybody, purified, and he brought love into the world. So when you got somebody that died and the sacrifice, the mighty sacrifice, when you got somebody that brought love and purity in, you feel what I'm saying? And guess what? Love is one of the 5 strongest principles known to man. You feel what I'm saying? You got to learn how to love instead of hate, man. We hate so much, you don't know how to love. And when you hate so much and you've been part of so much hate, you don't know how to love. You don't know how to receive love. And when you don't know how to receive love, man, that's a bad thing that you need to self-reflect and look at yourself like, man, how do I receive this love? I don't even know what it is. I don't know how to receive you because I don't understand what you're giving. See, we'll understand the naught. All that street, I'm not going to say street love, but all the naught, we're going to understand that. But to understand something, to be on a higher plane, to be positive, man, to take your brain to a higher plateau, you don't understand. So when you don't understand that, take a step back and look at yourself, man. Hey, why I don't understand that? Let me check my heart and see if it's in me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, you got to be able to teach, give, understand, and know that everybody you talk to ain't got it. Everybody you talk to might need it. And what they don't accept today, they may accept tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But you got, it's a struggle out here nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? When you out here in the world and you see it's blind, it's always true what they say is the blind leading the blind. You know why the blind lead the blind? Because there's so many men of knowledge and wisdom that don't give it back. They've gained it, but they don't give it back. You feel what I'm saying? And you got people out here thinking that, okay, if I got a lot of money, I got riches, I got money, I got physical assets that make them happy. You know what I'm saying? But what happens when those physical assets and that money go away? You don't even have, you see, one thing about this is this. You can be broke in your pocket, but you can be rich in wisdom and knowledge. And when you're rich in wisdom and knowledge, guess what? You always got a way to make money. So money can't rule you. You got to be rich in knowledge. You got to be rich in wisdom. And you also got to be rich in spirit and pure in heart, man. You know what I'm saying? It got to come from here. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to push to the side what's going to pass away. See, those monetary gains and physical gains, that's going to pass away. They don't go to the grave with you. That ain't something you can give back and somebody's going to be able to grow with that. They can't grow with what you have because you give a person all the money in the world. But if he don't have the knowledge and wisdom to be able to take that money and apply something with it, you gave him nothing. He received nothing from you because that's going to pass away. The thought that he or she is okay is an illusion. It's an oasis. It's like an illusion. You go up there and try to touch it, and it's really not there. Why? It's because he never had the riches of the mind. And see, people would tell you, oh, well, you ain't got no money, then guess what? Well, if you ain't got no brain, the money ain't going to do you no good. You know what I'm saying? People love to brag of things that obtain of things that have no worth. Those things don't attain no worth. Those things can't do nothing for your life. What can they do for your life? But buy you nice things, live in a nice house, but you ain't got no mind. You're not rich here. You got to begin to be rich here. You got to begin to fill your temple with these things and keep your temple clean. See, people think going to the temple is basically going to these places out here, these buildings and these churches. Your temple is within. This is where your temple is. This is where it lies. And this is what you have to keep in order. This is your foundation. This is what you build. You know what I'm saying? You can build it physically, mentally, and spiritually. But you got to build it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. And you know, that's just one of the things I just wanted to get across because, you know, sometimes you read things and you like, dang, what does he really mean? Well, this is what I really mean. Rich in wisdom. Money is nothing. It's an illusion. It'll pass away. You can't worry about things that obtaineth no worth. The dollar changes value all the time. So it's not even its actual value. So if that's not its actual value, why not you be an actual value to yourself? To be an asset to yourself. So that you can be an asset to others in need. How about that? Food for thought.